Hey guys, what's up? It's JR Cuber. Welcome to Cubed Season 8, Episode 5. So once again, we've come to the last episode of another season. So next month, we'll be starting up Season 9, getting pretty close to double digits. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and finish out this season with our AbijaZ Q&A using the Weilong GTS2M standard. So this one has basically become my main now. It is really, really nice. I find the light to just be a little bit too light now on the magnets. I actually prefer a little bit of a stronger feel. So this one's really nice. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started with this month's AbijaZ Q&A. So the first question comes from Solar Cubing. If you from 5 years ago were to see how you are right now, how do you think your past self will react? So back when I started my channel, I was doing it just for fun, but ultimately I really had a goal that I wanted to become a bigger channel. And I know that I would just be absolutely so excited to see how far I've come if I was to kind of get a glimpse into the future to see what my channel would look like. That would just be the most exciting, motivating thing for me at that point, to be able to see how good my videos are now compared to how bad they were back then, and just to kind of see the progression of how far I've come. That would be really awesome for like a 10-year-old me to be able to see where I'm at now. Aravin Action. What is the difference between a mean and an average? So in mathematics, a mean and an average is the same thing. You just have a set of things, you add them all up, and then you divide it by the amount of things that you have, and that's your average or your mean. It's the same thing. So in cubing, a mean is the same thing as it is in mathematics. You've got however many solves it is. Usually it's 3 in competition, so you've got like a mean of 3 for big cubes, blindfolded, FMC, stuff like that, and you add the times together and then you divide it by the amount of times. That's your mean. For an average, usually for something like an average of 5, you take the best solve and the worst solve out, and then you find the mean of the 3 that are in the middle. And for an average, it's just that, it's just the best and the worst solve. But for bigger averages, you actually can take more solves out. I'm pretty sure it's 5% of the best solves and 5% of the worst solves that you can remove from the average. So let's say you have like an average of 100, you can take out the best 5 and then the worst 5, and then you average the 90 solves that are left. You find the mean of those times. So yeah, in cubing, that's how it works. I think it's just to kind of normalize the average. So for something like an official average, if you get like a DNF, obviously you can't really average that in, so you can take that out as your worst solve. And then if you get like a really, really good time, then you can take that out so it doesn't like skew the actual average, because sometimes you'll get people who average 30 seconds and by some fluke they get like, you know, a 9-second solve or something stupid like that, and so it takes that solve out so it doesn't completely skew the average. So that's basically how it works for cubing. The Cinematic Cuber. How much faster are you now that you know full OLL? So, before I learned full OLL, I'd say that my global average was right around a high 14. So it was like 14, like high 14, low 15 basically. And now I've gotten it down to 13.5. So that's my global average of 1,000. So yeah, now I get a lot of 11 and 12 averages, which is pretty awesome. I don't know if it's specifically because of OLL or because I've also started working on my look ahead and my F2L and stuff like that. It's just a whole lot of things. It's basically just because I've started to actually get into speed solving again, because I wasn't into it for quite a while. So yeah. Cubicle Gang. Hey JR Cuber, which tutorial video / site did you learn full OLL from? So I just learned from UberCuber's video. He's got a really, really nice, concise video that just shows all the cases and their executions. I'll leave the link to it in the description. I just use that for the majority of cases. There's a couple that I didn't like, and I just got those from AlgDB. I found better ones for me. Anyways, those are all the questions I can answer today. If you had a question that didn't get answered or a new question, you can leave it in the comments down below and I might answer it next month. So that was a 1304, average of 12. I got 2 sub-10s in there, which was pretty nice. So yeah, a lot of those solves I did mess up quite a bit on my OLL. But yeah, I did have some nice solves in there with those 2 sub-10s, which was very, very nice. First time I've had 2 sub-10s in a single average, on cubed at least. So yeah. So anyways, that's all for this month's average of 12 / Q&A. So this month's challenge comes from FS Scuber 4, and he challenged me to solve a 3x3 with cross on top with absolutely no rotations. So he already provided the scramble, which I've scrambled the cube with. So let's just go ahead and try this. I think this is going to be pretty tricky to not do any rotations, especially with cross on top. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. So here we go. I think the strategy here is actually going to be to use keyhole. So actually, wait. No, wait. Gotta figure out how to insert this pair. No, wait, what am I doing? There we go. Okay, so I think if we... Yeah, if we insert these edge pieces using keyhole, so like that, and then we want to leave one open one, then we should be able to do this F2L a lot easier. Okay, so now let's go ahead and insert this edge piece like that. Alright, so now, oh man, we've got a dot case. So I think, yeah, okay, there we go. That's the algorithm to orient the edges. So I think if we do it from this angle, nope. It's like that. There we go. Okay, we're making progress. I think if we do it one more time. There we go. Okay. So now I think to get these, we should just do a soon. Like that. Oop, that didn't help. There we go. Okay. So now we've got this. So I'm thinking that to do PLL, what we can do is bring these two corners up and then switch them doing a T-perm. And then we can just insert this edge wherever it needs to go until it's solved. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so there we go, 154. So absolutely no rotations there for that solve, and we did it. So yeah, so FS Scuba 4 got about 2.5 minutes. So looks like I won the challenge. Yeah, anyways, thanks to him for sending in that challenge. If you guys like to submit a challenge for next month, then all you have to do is record a video of yourself doing the challenge, then upload that video to YouTube and leave the link to the video in a comment down below. And that's how I will see all of you guys' challenges. And yeah, hopefully you'll make it into next month's video. Anyways, that's all for this month's challenge. Alright, so now on to cubing news. We're going to go through all the puzzles that were released this month, starting with the Chi Thunderclap 4x4. We've got the standard size one at 62mm and the mini one at 60mm. So I unboxed these recently and they're okay. In the unboxing video I did say that I really liked them, but after solving with them for a little bit, they're basically just mediocre. They're not as good as the Wuchui, but yeah, they're pretty good 4x4s, and these are also really cheap. They're both $13. Then we've got the Rubiks Speed Cube 3x3. So I also unboxed this. This was originally released at Worlds this year, and it's basically a GAN's Rubiks collaboration speed cube. So GAN designed this cube, and now it's being released by Rubiks. It's got a bit more of a blocky design than the GAN's Air, and it features tiles instead of stickers. Overall, it's definitely the best 3x3 speed cube that Rubiks has produced, but it's not like the best speed cube you'll buy. But yeah, it's a really solid cube actually. Then we've got the Shangshao Gem 4x4, which is a budget stickerless 4x4 at $6. The Yushin Tiger 2x2, which is a 2x2 in the shape of a tiger. Then we've got the cube style 3x3x2 and constrained 3x3x2. Then we've got the Gogong Yuexiao Pro. I have already released my review on this puzzle, finally got it up basically on time. And overall, it's a nice cube, but like I said, it's a little bit too slow for me. Some people have said that changing out the springs might help, but I'm not sure. I'll be getting some magnetic versions of the puzzle pretty soon, hopefully. So then we've got the Very Puzzle Eliak puzzle, which is basically a two-dimensional twisty puzzle, I guess you could say. It's more of like a sliding type thing. I've seen a lot of these kind of puzzles in the past and they've never really grabbed my interest, but this one looks pretty interesting, I would say. Then we've got the Calvin's Puzzle Super Megaminx. So this one is just like the super cubes that I showed in a video not too long ago, but it's applied to a Megaminx. So this one is a Megaminx where center orientation matters and you want to make sure all the centers are oriented with the pieces properly. Then you got the Cube Style Axis Cube. This is a circularless bright cube as well. We've also got the Teamer Royal Pyraminx. So this is a 6-layer Pyraminx. This one apparently has been in production for a couple years and it's finally ready to be mass produced now. From the videos I've seen, it looks like it's a bit catchy, kind of prone to popping, but I'm still really excited to get one for myself because it's a puzzle that I've wanted for a couple years now. Then we've got the Mofang Jiaoshi Megaminx. So this of course is the cubing classroom edition of the Megaminx. It looks very similar to the YJ Yuhu actually in terms of the cuts. Then we've got the Lan Lan Honey Copter. So this is a corner turning puzzle that looks like it has a bunch of hearts on it. Along with that, the Land Flower Copter. So this one is an edge turning and a corner turning puzzle kind of mixed together. So it turns along the edge and along the corner. Both of these look really cool, and I hope to get them at some point. Then we've got the cube style carbon fiber Fisher Cube. So this is a white puzzle with black carbon fiber stickers. Looks pretty neat. Then the Diane Zanchi 2017. So this puzzle kind of came out of nowhere, but it's an updated version of the Diane Zanchi. I've heard it's totally garbage, so I don't know if I would recommend it. I will be doing an unboxing video of it, so we'll see for myself how much I like it, but I'm not expecting it to be very good from what I've heard from the Cubicle. It seems like it's pretty bad. Then we've got the YJ Guanlong Plus 3x3 and the YJ Guanpo Plus 2x2. So these are updated versions of the Guanpo and the Guanlong from YJ. They're decently good cubes. I got both of them. They're alright, but nothing like super great. Then we've got the Yushin Little Magic 3x3. So this is Yushin's newest budget cube at $5. Then we've got the Mofeng Jiaoshi Mini Keychain Cube. So this puzzle is only 40 millimeters wide, which is an interesting size for a keychain cube. Usually keychain cubes are 30 millimeters, not 40, but this is $3 from Mofeng Jiaoshi. And then finally, we've got cubicle magnetic versions of the Yuxiao Pro. We've got the M Lite and the standard M. So I'll most likely be getting both of these cubes, and I can't wait to try them out. I know that the GTS2M standard and Lite have been my mains for a while. I've used both of them quite a lot, so hopefully I'll like the magnetic version of the Yuxiao Pro as well. Anyways, those are all of the new releases for this month. Let's go ahead and get on to world records. Alright, so on to world records. We don't have a whole lot this month, only 3, but that's just fine. Starting off here, we've got Rubik's Clock average broken by Tyron Zhang with a 522 average. Then we've got 2x2 average broken by my good friend Rami Sabahi with a 145. This is an average that has stood for a couple years now and it's finally been broken now. And then finally, 3x3 fewest moves average broken by Sebastian Arox, I don't think you pronounce the X, and that is with a 24 average. So that's really impressive for fewest moves as well as 2x2 and clock. So yeah, that's all for world records this month. Anyways, if you guys would like to purchase any of the cubes I talked about in this video, the links will be down in the description. If you'd like to see the full world record videos, the links will be down in the description for those as well. So that's all for season 8 of Cubed. If you guys like this video, make sure you give it a like. Links to all of my social media pages, my Patreon, and my merch store are all linked down below in the description as always. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.